Hey guys, today I'm going to be unboxing the HG Full Armor Gundam Thunderbolt version. At the time of shooting this video, just yesterday or 2 days ago, we just got the news that a Master Grade Ver version of this Gundam is going to be coming out later this year. Very, very exciting news. And we'll talk more about that plenty later. But just this kit, I love this box art. This is amazing box art. I gotta say, just the box art that they're doing here for these kits is really, really amazing. I think a lot of people really liked the original box art that they had for the original Thunderbolt HG releases, and again, this is very, very similar, just some very slight changes in the Thunderbolt anime version here from the original HG release. I know people have been kind of on the fence. It's kind of confusing. Why did they release the kits again in just a kind of Thunderbolt anime version? It's very small changes. What's really the point of that? For me personally, I don't really care. The kit's the same, so it's basically just like they're just re-releasing the kit with new box art, and so it's kind of weird, but I don't know. And yeah, the original box art was very cool, very interesting, but this box art I definitely prefer. I think the old box art style that they did was more similar to the manga, which was cool. But then these are just kind of our standard kind of style of box art, and I think they're done very, very nicely. Beautiful box art here. I really like just the style with the white lining around the edges. The name, the Gundam Thunderbolt logo there just down the side. It's very reminiscent of a Master Grade box, really. So it's really, really cool. Then just want to say a huge thank you to MindFenix Hobby Store, as always, for sending me this kit to share with you guys. I have not built any HG Thunderbolt kits as of yet, so I'm very glad that these kits are being released, so it'll give me a chance to check them out and then share them with you guys. So definitely looking forward to this. Definitely looking forward to the Master Grade out later this year. But let's get into talking about these kits first. Now, here going on to the side, one thing you will notice, if you, ever take notice in this, these aren't numbered, so it would appear that the HG Gundam Thunderbolt kits are not going to be numbered in any way. I would think that this would be number 1, and the Zaku with the big gun is number 2, but no, just apparently no numbers on those. Going around to the bottom, we're going to have a kit here. It's a painted kit, but then like a sort of CG altered image there, just of the Gundam with beam saber and all of that. Here's just a front and back image of what it's going to look like when it's all painted up. Definitely going to require some painting. Obviously, there's a lot of really small color apps that I'm not expecting to be molded in there. And then just a little bit about just kind of logo there for the Thunderbolt animation. Great, great series as well, so definitely loving that. Here we've just got some more detail images there of the head, this kind of torso, lots of markings, but again, of course, it's going to be a lot of stickers. And then just details up underneath the feet and all this 4 shields, all of that. And then here's everything that's going to be included with this. We do get a base, which is also really nice. The backpack, the shields, the weapons for the arms, and all of that. So the price tag, 2,700 yen, is definitely going to be justified. I think this is definitely a hefty box. It feels very full, so should make sense. It is a full Armor Gundam, right? Right out of the box, there is our sticker sheet, also very full, quite a lot of stuff on there, as well as the base, some more gray parts, some white parts, looking very white, some black parts, looks like, black or very dark gray, some navy, white. There's our foil stickers, quite a lot of those as well, the big orange ones on for the shield, some red, our beam effect parts, which also look very large, 1/100 scale it would appear, polycaps, and more red parts. And then finally getting to our manual. Beautiful big image there, great reference photo there on the front of this manual, loving that. On the back, going to have just the same kind of information it looks like we had on the outside of the box, looks like. Then a lot of detail images here, great reference photos here for the weapons, really cool, all of that stuff. And here's the decal guide for where to place all of those sticker markings. And then a color guide here as well. So let's get this opened up. Here on the inside we do have one more kind of photo and information page here. It's just all about the series. I'm guessing this here is about the manga, and then this here is about the animated series. FA78 Full Armor Gundam. Very, very cool. So let's get over here, find the parts list if we can. Here we are. We can see, looks like not going to have any X's except for a few of the polycaps. 4 or 5 of the polycaps there are not going to use, otherwise are going to be using everything. Very long manual here, so let's get through this. Starting off with the body first, then the head, then onto the arms, left arm, right arm, putting the upper body together, then moving on to the feet and legs, right leg, left leg, all that, then onto the waist section, then putting the lower body together, then putting the upper body to the lower body, then building the backpack. We have the fuel tanks and the main sections of the backpack, then putting the backpack all together there, and then putting the weapons onto the backpack, and then putting the base on, and then we're going to flip back to our color pages. Here we're building the shields, 4 of those, and then building the beam rifle, double beam rifle there for one side, and then the missiles there for the left side. All of this, I'm not sure the technical names for the weapons. I'll have to look at that before doing the review, but just at the moment that's what as far as I know they are. And then we have the mechanical arms here, which looks like are just going to be a couple pieces that will go together there to make the mechanical arms for the shields, to hold the shields out in front of the Gundam there, or to the sides or whatever. And then there's what it's going to look like, all awesomed out, so pretty cool. Let's go ahead and take a look at the runners. So let's start off with our stickers, our marking stickers, marking decals, kind of seals, whatever you want to call them. These are stickers. Unfortunately, not water slides, so I'm not going to use these. I'm just going to wait and get some water slides for mine. So whoever wants these, leave a comment down below. The first one to leave a comment, and I'll contact you and then get your address and send these out to you, because I'm not going to use them. So they might as well go to someone who can, and there's some really, really awesome ones here. If you do use the stickers, you can really get some awesome EFSF logos there, and just a bunch of kind of random small little marking stickers. So great for anyone who maybe is not using water slides yet. Then we also have a very large foil sticker sheet, most notably these 4 big ones that are going to be going on the shields, and then a whole bunch of these little ones that will be going on all the little verniers and everywhere else, including there's ones for the eyes and cameras on the head as well, and a bunch of these gray and white stickers as well. So lots of foil stickers on this. And then for their beam saber effect parts, like I said, this is SB1 from 2006. These are 1/100 scale beam saber blades, so they're going to be nice and big beam saber effect parts for our Gundam. And PC001 for our polycaps. The polycap runner I think we haven't seen in an HG for a little while, a few months at least. I don't think I've seen this polycap runner for a while. But it's going to be larger again. We are going to actually be using most of these, except for I believe it was maybe 5 of these that we're not going to be using. So it's going to be a very polycap heavy kit. So starting off with the A runner here, going to be some parts for the backpack, and then the head and hands are all on here, as well as a few other parts for the shoulders there, I believe. And this runner is white, but it definitely has a little bit of a tint of color to it. Not pure white, it does seem to be slightly, very, very slightly blue tinted, I believe. Kind of hard to tell, but it definitely looks not quite 100% white. The markings for these runners is going to be HG 1144 scale Full Armor Gundam TB Thunderbolt there. And then the B runner is just going to be the remainder of our white parts, so obviously parts for the shield and a bunch more different armor parts on there. And we do have 2 of this B runner, so these are going to be the parts that are going to be doubled on the arms and legs. And then of course, like I said, the fuel tanks and shields there as well. And then runner C is going to be probably our kind of largest runner, definitely the widest runner. I kind of found it kind of interesting. All the runners for this kit are kind of a very long, narrow runner, except for the C runner is a little bit more wider. I don't know, it doesn't really mean much of anything, but I just found it kind of interesting. And this one is in a navy color, so you can see lots of really nice detail on there. If I can give you a closer look, you can see we have all these really nice little details on there. So that's going to be looking really nice when it's all painted and lined up. Then we have runner D1 here, which is going to include just a bunch of different parts here. A lot of verniers, mostly parts for the shield, under the feet, and chest vents and things like that all here. And then we do also have runner D2, which is a copy of this section here. Then runner E is in a very, very dark gray. It's almost black, but not quite black, it looks like to me. This is going to be mostly just weapons. There's a few parts for the feet and maybe a couple other parts there on the body, but mostly kind of weapons and extra stuff on here on the E runner. And runner F, most notably here, has our parts for the base, and then a few other parts there for the weapons, mostly stuff for the backpack and the handheld weapons on there. Here on the F runner, it's definitely in a much lighter gray color here. And then in a third shade of gray, here we have the G runner. This is just kind of standard gray color, it looks like. This is going to be most of the joint parts. All the joints have this kind of very unique texture to them. Once they go together, they look okay. I think your best bet really is just sort of like making it into a fixed pose and then just recreating this effect just using putty. But that is something, I don't know, maybe we'll have to do a Gunpla quick fix video maybe about that in the future. I've never done it, but it looks pretty simple. Shouldn't be too hard to figure out. Interestingly about this runner is that it is marked a little bit differently. It's marked for the HG 1/144 scale Gym Thunderbolt version and the HG 1/144 scale Full Armor Gundam Thunderbolt version. So it's just kind of interesting that they marked it for both. Usually they would just mark it for one thing and then maybe use it for more than one kit. So for example, maybe it would be marked Full Armor Gundam, but then it would just be used just again for the gym without changing the name or anything on it. So it's just kind of interesting little thing there. So that is just about going to do it for unboxing the Full Armor Gundam Thunderbolt version. Very, very cool. Definitely looking forward to checking this out. Obviously going to be a lot of stickers there, so that means it's going to be a lot of painting, masking, and all of that when you're going to go to paint the kit. But as an HG, it shouldn't be coming as too much of a surprise, and as like this particular design, it obviously has a lot of these small little details and everything that's kind of the style of the mobile suit design, so shouldn't be too much of a surprise. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you do have any other questions and comments, leave those down below. Very excited to show this to you, so stay tuned for the review coming up next. See you guys then. Bye-bye.